guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I've attached a bald cap and covered everywhere from the neck up with this e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Now the cap got some dried dots areas on it instead of a smooth texture on the edges, but hey, skulls aren't perfect anyway, so close enough. All materials and products used will be linked below. And now that we all look like human thumbs, we're going to go ahead and outline all the little detail areas for this look with my trusty Sharpie China marker. Now, if you've never been to my channel before, don't worry when you hear the word Sharpie. It's actually a pencil used for marking tiles, and it does not stain the skin. Now, a reference picture of Jack can really help, or a skull in general, and I've chosen to give the nose and mouth area on this look a more realistic look for this transformation. Switching to between black and mauve toned shadows, I'm going to start generally shading in areas around the details and add more concentrated shadows closer to each line. Now you'll notice that even with the concealer on it, the bald cap doesn't hold shadow as easily as your skin, so it helps to lightly dampen your brush a bit. But be careful, as it can super concentrate that shadow pigment, as well as take the time to blend it out. For the mouth, I'm making a dot of black on each of the vertical lines about 1 centimeter away from the mouth line itself, and then I'm just blending upwards and downwards and a little bit sideways. Once we've blended the shadows to a point where we are happy, we're going to go ahead and move on to the white areas. I'm filling in where the chest piece of his outfit is and the lines as well with body paint. The lines don't have to be perfect because the edges will all be cleaned up with black. You just want the white to cover each stripe area all the way to the edge of each section. Some white shadow highlights, it can really help to mist the face with a little bit of water to help adhere it better. Then just tap and blend with your white shadow. For the teeth themselves, I am adding a dot of white paint at the line, and then with the brush damp, I am just blending the remaining paint on the brush into a triangle point. Do the same downwards for the bottom teeth. Paint watered down, start adding brighter highlight to the high points where you added white shadows. The cheeks I blended with my finger to soften it to my liking. For the neck bone highlight, just keep the brightest white towards the center of each section and blend out sideways. With black body paint, start filling in the larger areas to be blocked out. For Jack's suit, begin by creating your edge and then filling in the black spaces for the black lines. And they don't have to be perfect because his suit is quite wavy, so don't worry too much about the lines being super even. very fine brush, we're going to start the detail lines. Starting with the neck, make sure to add a little triangle at the end of each of these lines to give the neck bones a more individual look. And moving on to the mouth, darken the line between the top and bottom teeth, and then begin building little triangles at the base of each tooth. You'll then add very fine lines going further up and down, and I like to slip mine at the ends to look a little cracked and for just added detail in general. For the neck, I added little sketch lines to each side, and you can achieve this by using just the very tip of the brush bristles back and forth. Now to fill in the nose and eyes. Then use a black pencil to line your water lines. Back to the detail brush, start lining the details on the face for more of a pop. Darken the space between your lips if you haven't already, and now that the white is dry, darken the edges for more depth. I made Jack's tie using poster board. I cut the back as one piece and the bat face as a second, and I attached it using liquid latex. Now always do a patch test to see if you can use liquid latex. If not, you can use something like Prozaid. And this part is optional. You can black out your ears for a more convincing skull effect. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it so much every time that you do. And don't forget to like and subscribe to see all of the Halloween looks coming up every few days until Halloween.